checking the forecast, things looking crazy, a storm on the horizon, the pressure is low, gotta get moving, put on a show. The news is all buzzing, state of alert, but we've got a plan, we're ready to work. Emergency Management Associates, we're here for the crisis, we're here for the fates. From the first sign of trouble to the all clear sign, we're on the front lines, we're one of a kind. Emergency Management Associates, we're the calm in the chaos, we're opening gates, connecting the dots and making the calls. We're picking you up when you're starting to fall. See a little fire or a rising flood, we're a well-oiled machine, we're running in the mud. From the city hall meetings to the rescue teams, turning worst case scenarios into hopeful dreams. We're training the people, we're stocking the gear, we're the team you can count on when trouble is near. Emergency Management Associates, we're here for the crisis, we're here for the fates. From the first sign of trouble to the all clear sign, we're on the front lines, we're one of a kind. Emergency Management Associates, we're the calm in the chaos, we're opening gates, connecting the dots and making the calls. We're picking you up when you're starting to fall. It's more than a job, it's a calling, you see, prepared for the present and what's yet to be. Every second counts, we're ready to react for our communities. We're making an impact. Emergency Management Associates, we're here for the crisis, we're here for the fates. From the first sign of trouble to the all clear sign, we're on the front lines, we're one of a kind. Emergency Management Associates, we're the calm in the chaos, we're opening gates, connecting the dots and making the calls. We're picking you up when you're starting to fall. Yeah, we're picking you up, we're ready to go. EMA, let's get this show on the road.
Let's do this, guys. Let's kick this can right now. Let's do this. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, boys and girls. Welcome to Emergency Management Associates. My name's Ron Tyler. We're glad to have you here with us today. We're going to specifically be talking about the New Madrid fault. Specifically about the New Madrid fault. Now, I want to talk about two other locations, well, actually, three other locations before we get started with the New Madrid fault. Let's take us over to the USGS map momentarily. Okay, I want to show you what's actually going on. Okay, I'm going to take down our webcam. I'm going to take down our EMA banner as well so you can see the fault and what's going on here. Over southwest of Alaska, in the western Gulf of Alaska here, this is also important. This is very important to understand what's going on. Here we have a 5.0 large earthquake here. A 5.0 large earthquake here. Large earthquake here in the Gulf of Alaska on the Aleutian Island Fault Zone. On the Aleutian Island Fault Zone. Okay? On this great big huge trench here. Great big huge trench in the Gulf of Alaska here. A large 5.0 earthquake. Now, along with that, we have another aftershock here. Several aftershocks, actually. This is a 3.2 small earthquake here, aftershock. This is a 2.8 aftershock here. Okay, over here, further out here to the east, also in the Gulf of Alaska, just south of the Aleutian Island Fault, this is a 2.3 aftershock here. So we've had 3 aftershocks as well as a 5.0 here. Okay, now we have brand new earthquakes also here, going up here almost directly north from Anchorage, Alaska. We have a 1.8 tremor here near Sistine, Alaska here. Okay, down here. Okay, down here, right alongside the eastern shoreline of Alaska here. This is a 2.6 minor earthquake. 2.6 minor earthquake. Nothing big at all. Anchorage, Alaska is right here. Okay, nothing anywhere near Anchorage, Alaska. Now, that said, okay, we've had a lot of earthquakes here in Alaska. We've had a lot of earthquakes in Indonesia. We've had a lot of earthquakes in the Japan region. We've had a lot of earthquakes over here in Taiwan and down here in Indonesia as well. Now, what does that mean for us? All this energy that's been here in Indonesia, the Philippines, Taiwan region, going up here into Japan and up here into the Kamchatka Peninsula, it's also gone over here through the Aleutian Island Fault Zone over here into Alaska. Okay, now I'm going to tell you this. Alaska has all this earthquake energy stored up here. It's locked and loaded like the San Andreas Fault is. We are expecting a very large earthquake here in Alaska. It could happen at any time. I'm warning everybody here in Alaska that it could happen at any time. So if you have friends, relatives, neighbors, family members that live here in Alaska, notify them what's going on. Okay, right now there's nothing happening. However, they're not out of danger. They're not out of danger by any means whatsoever. Now, let's go down here into South America here. Right here in South America. Here, okay, over here along the border of Chile and Argentina here, this is a very large 5.1 earthquake. Why did I say very large? Guys, this happened in the tops of the Andes Mountains here. This earthquake 5.1 is in the top of the Andes Mountains, meaning where it happened here, guys, it's an echo chamber. Why? Because of the ground element here where it hit. This is a shell earthquake. This is a shell earthquake, only 110 kilometers deep, about 60 miles deep. 5.1 earthquake. However, that's normally a large earthquake. But because of where it hit here, that energy is going to echo up and down the entire Andes Mountain chain here. It's going to echo north and it's going to echo south. This rock is old rock. Old, cold rock here in the Andes Mountains. Energy from these earthquakes, large earthquakes in this region on the top of the Andes Mountains, is going to echo straight through the hard rock here. It's going to echo over here into Argentina. It's going to echo further south, probably down here near Santiago, Chile, that area. But Santiago, Chile is not entered here either. Offshore here. This is another 5.1 earthquake here. This is over here in the northern section of central Chile. 5.1 earthquake just offshore. 121 kilometers northwest of Vallenar, Chile. 121 kilometers northwest of Vallenar, Chile. Okay? Now, this is just barely offshore. Just barely offshore, guys. Now, because of where it's at, no one here onshore felt the brunt of this earthquake. However, they did feel some kind of shaking. They did feel some kind of shaking here. Also, this is on the Nazca Plate, right next to the shoreline of the South America region. Okay, this area is subducting. The Nazca Plate here is subducting, guys. That's where it gets dicey here. That's where this gets really dicey here. The Nazca Plate is subducting underneath the South American plate here at a rate of about 22 millimeters per year. 22 millimeters per year, about 3 inches per year subduction rate. That makes this earthquake dangerous. That makes this earthquake dangerous, guys. Now, here is reason. Right along the Nazca Plate. Going north here. Going north here. This earthquake is just barely offshore. 4.1 moderate earthquake. This earthquake had no influence on what happened here in Chile at all. Okay, this is right near Antofagasta, Chile here. But this is only a 4.1 offshore earthquake. Offshore earthquake. Okay, it had no influence of anything on shore at all. Nobody felt it. The Pacific Ocean waters absorbed the shockwaves from this quake. Okay, now briefly, I want to tell you this. There are 62 earthquakes here in Chile. Or I'm not saying Chile, South America. 62 earthquakes in South America. The majority of those earthquakes are either in central Chile, northern Chile, or even up here into Venezuela. Venezuela is still having aftershocks from the 7.2 and 7.5, 8.4. Okay, remember this? They had 2 earthquakes. USGS said one of them was 7.5. I said it was an 8.4. They're still having earthquakes here, aftershocks. Aftershocks. Some of these aftershocks are getting pretty wild. Okay? When these aftershocks hit, anything 3.0 or larger, some of them are 4.0 earthquakes, the rescuers or recovery people here, they're trying to dig people out and recover the bodies, people that died in the quake. They have to back out from the rubble and start over after the earth stops shaking here. They have to start over. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Okay? Now, over 5,300 people died. Over 5,300 people died, and 16,700 other people or more have been injured after the catastrophic earthquakes in Venezuela. 5,300 people died, and 16,700 others have been injured as a result of those quakes. Okay? Those quakes struck on June 24th, nearly 1 month ago. Nearly 1 month ago, guys. Okay? Nearly 1 month ago. Over 21,000 people have been displaced and are either living in temporary camps or out on the street of Caracas or the other urban areas in Venezuela around Caracas. 21,000 people have been displaced. Those numbers are huge. Those numbers are huge. Now, I'm going to back out of South America now. Okay? As you can see here in the western United States, we've had a lot of earthquakes. USGS, however, is not even talking about all the earthquakes. They're not even coming close to talking about all the earthquakes here. But again, over here in the Pacific Northwest, in the central Cascade subduction zone, the central Cascade subduction zone region here, guys, we had another earthquake today. Okay? This earthquake is a small earthquake. A 3.0 earthquake also in the Blanco fracture zone, almost in the same location as a large earthquake that we had here yesterday. Almost in the exact same location as the large earthquake we had here yesterday. Guys, this area is unstable. The Cascade subducted zone region is unstable. Okay? I've got another report that's going to be coming out in the next few days about Cascadia. I'd urge everybody that is listening to the sound of my voice, your friends and neighbors, your relatives, your family members, everybody, look for that presentation I'm going to give you about Cascadia. You need to hear it. You need to very much be aware of it. Okay? Cascadia is about to go. Cascadia is about to go. Okay? Now, USGS will have us say something else. I'm not going to even go through what USGS will have me say because I'm not going to pay attention to it. USGS lies through their teeth. They absolutely lie through their teeth. Now, I want to go over here to the New Matter fault. That's going to be our primary emphasis tonight. Right here. Okay? Right here, guys. Where are we at? Where are we at, guys? Where do you think we're at? And why are we there? Guys, this is Tennessee. This is Tennessee, guys. Right here. This is a tremor. A 1.6 tremor here in Tiptonville, Tennessee. In the central New Matter fault region on the eastern side of the New Matter fault. 1.6 tremor. On the same token, just north and west of there, on the western side of the New Matter fault here, this is a 1.5 tremor here near Marston, Missouri. Marston, Missouri. Marston, Missouri has many earthquakes here. Marston, Missouri has many earthquakes. They're still getting hit with tremors, but north of Marston, west of Marston, south of Marston, going down into the foothills of Missouri, and further down here to the south here in Arkansas, Tennessee, Kentucky area, going down in here to Mississippi and even into Louisiana, we're having earthquakes up and down the entire fault zone. Up and down the entire fault zone, guys. If you think this was not weird, guess what? Guess what? What I'm about to show you is going to possibly blow your mind. It's going to possibly blow your mind here. Why? Because I'm about to reveal to you exactly what is happening on the New Matter fault. Please pay attention to what we're going to show you tonight. This is vital for your safety. If you live here on the New Matter fault, this is vital for your safety of any family members or friends that live here on the New Matter fault. Please bring them here to watch this program tonight. This is important. This is very, very, very important. It's for everybody's safety here. Everybody's safety. Right here, okay? This was a primary slide I want to give you tonight. If you live in any of these three states, Arkansas, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Mississippi, Missouri, Tennessee, and Alabama, you need to be very concerned. You need to be very, very concerned about your safety. Okay? Now, while USGS is saying nothing's going to happen on the New Matter fault, it is. It's not imminent, though. It could happen at any time. It could happen at any time in any place up and down the entire fault zone. As I have pointed out to you before, in Illinois, up here in Illinois, okay, I've talked to you before, almost 2.5, 3 months now, we've been talking to you about earthquakes in Illinois. 3.0 earthquakes, 3.5 earthquakes here in Illinois. They're happening every day now for 3 months. Those earthquakes are continuing. Illinois is the northern part of the New Madrid Fault. The northern part of the New Madrid Fault. But guys, the New Madrid Fault is not only in these, the New Madrid Fault is in these states, but if you live anywhere near or around the New Madrid Fault states here, you will also be affected by what's happening on the New Madrid Fault. Why? Because it's called shaking. Shaking, guys. Shaking. Okay? What happened in 1811 and 1812? December 1811, January 1812, and up into including 4 months after the original quake. What happened? Aftershocks. Aftershocks up and down the entire fault zone. Now, these aftershocks also went as far east as South Carolina and North Carolina. That happened. That absolutely happened. But guys, we're not just talking about that. We're not just talking about that. Okay? I took down our webcam, I took down our banner here. I'm going to back this out a little bit. I want you to see exactly what happened here in 1811, 1812. Okay? From the New Madrid Fault here, from the New Madrid Fault, all the way up here into Pennsylvania, all the way up here in Pittsburgh and Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. When that fault lifted, when that New Madrid Fault happened, the New Madrid Fault rang church bells here in Philadelphia. Also Washington, D.C., Virginia. All throughout this area it rang church bells. The Choctaw Indian tribe also kept good records. They felt this earthquake move here in North Carolina, South Carolina, down into Georgia. Okay? Also, it's something you might want to know that I've just been researching for quite some time. When the New Madrid Fault hit, the New Madrid Fault shaking was felt up here into Canada, in the southern central Canada. Yeah, guys, it happened. It happened. Now, do you guys think for some reason it's not going to happen again? It's going to happen again. Even parts of southern Canada here are going to feel the shaking from the New Madrid Fault. Just because only in Illinois have we been seeing shaking in Illinois and Indiana, doesn't mean Canada's not going to feel this quake as well. The majority of the shaking is going to be here in the United States. The majority of the shaking is going to be here in the United States. When that earthquake hit, that earthquake was felt for 4 months, all the way up into Canada, all the way over to the east coast of the United States, and even over here in Texas, Oklahoma, Nebraska, New Mexico. And I've heard also that Colorado also may have felt some shaking there. The shaking is going to be widespread all over this area. widespread all over this area. Guys, everybody needs to know this. Everybody needs to understand this. I'm not kidding now. I'm not kidding at all. Okay? Just because we have shaking over here on the new manifold doesn't make a difference that the shaking's not going to be felt someplace else, because it is. The shaking's going to be felt up and down or all around the fault, all around the central part of the United States, all the way over to the eastern side of the United States as well. Okay? It's going to happen. It happened before, it's going to happen again. Now, the New Madrid fault is an interplate earthquake. We've talked about this before. The New Madrid fault is an intraplate earthquake in the center south, central east part of the United States, the south central part of the North American plate. But we have stress coming from the Atlantic plate as well. As I said on this program before, the Atlantic plate is expanding. The Atlantic plate is expanding. That expansion is putting stress on the North American plate, the eastern side of the plate, okay? The continental divide. From there, pressure is also being applied from the eastern continental divide over here to the New Madrid fault. Also, guys, we told you this also before. The Pacific plate is also subducting under the North American plate. Together with the Cascadia subduction zone, the Juan de Fuca plate, subducting under the North American plate, all that energy is also moving towards the East Coast. All that energy is moving also towards the East Coast, putting pressure on the New Madrid fault. Okay? That's what we're talking about. Straight stress from the plate boundaries, from the Pacific plate, the Rocky Mountains, the Eastern Continental Divide. Pressure is coming from both sides of the plate over here to the New Madrid fault, which is playing into the fact that we have earthquakes today on the New Madrid fault. On the New Madrid fault, guys. That's important to understand. Okay? As I've explained before, up until 4 years ago, guys, people would ask me, Ron, what's happening on the New Madrid fault? I would say only tremors. Only tremors are happening. 1.0 to 1.9 magnitude tremors. Tiny, tiny earthquakes. Tiny, tiny earthquakes are not having any difference on the plate. Not felt earthquakes. Completely not felt earthquakes. However, during the past 4 years, during that previous 4 years, guys, stress has accumulated on the New Madrid fault. The magnitudes or strengths of these earthquakes are increasing. The strength of these earthquakes on the New Madrid fault are increasing, guys. Increasing. The numbers of earthquakes also that are happening here on the New Madrid fault are also increasing. The number of earthquakes are increasing. The strength of the earthquakes are also increasing. Almost 20-fold. Almost 20-fold. My friend Josh Kelly's here in the chat. He's over in Indiana. Okay? He says Indiana might wind up with oceanfront property. I don't think that's going to happen, though. I don't think Indiana will ever be oceanfront property. Might be Great Lakes property at some point, but not Atlantic Ocean property. But Indiana is going to feel these earthquakes as well, and already is. We've seen earthquakes over in Evansville, Indiana. USGS and other agencies have tried to prevent us from seeing earthquakes in Indiana, but I found one more earthquake one more earthquake, shall I say, source. This again is showing me earthquakes in Evansville, Indiana, and also over into Iowa. Tabor, Iowa is also feeling earthquakes because of the new matter fault. Earthquakes are happening. They're not going to stop. Guaranteed they're not going to stop. Now, let's talk about the cities. Major cities here, guys. Major cities here. Okay? Farms are also in this region. Okay? This is the breadbasket of the United States. What else is here? Highways. Highways stretching up and down the fault line, going east, west, north, and south. Some of the highways are 2-lane blacktop, 1 lane going north and 1 lane going south. Others are 1 lane going east and 1 lane going west. That happens. Guys, as I said before, these highways, these roadways, guys, are not going to survive the earthquake. These roadways are not going to survive the earthquake. Most of these roadways were not even thought about back in the day when this earthquake hit. But the roadways we have now, the 2-lane blacktop, guys, were horse and buggy paths. Horse and buggy paths, that's it. When that earthquake struck, great big huge fissures, great big huge open areas opened up in the earth. Fissures opened up. The roadways were destroyed. Those horse and buggy paths were destroyed completely. There was no transportation going up and down the fault at all. No cattle, no horses, no buggies, no nothing. No nothing. What do you think is going to happen now? What do you think is going to happen when these roadways are going to be interrupted again? In today's mindset. What do you think is going to happen? Up and down the entire fault line, north and south, east to west along the fault line, there are 11.6 million people that are in harm's way. 11.6 million people are in harm's way. If that were not enough, 715,000 buildings were damaged or will be damaged or destroyed. 715,000 buildings will be damaged or destroyed from this earthquake. If that's not enough, look at this number here. I'm going to enlarge this so you can get your attention here. When the new matter fault opens up again, there's going to be 86,000 casualties and deaths, injuries and deaths, as a result of the earthquake. We think that 5,600 people died in Venezuela from a 7.2, 7.5. It was actually an 8.4 earthquake. Guess what? In today's numbers, with 11.6 million people living up and down the fault line, 86,000 number is very low, very low number. That means there probably will be more people that will be either injured or be unalive as a result of the cascade or as a result of the new matter fault. These are real numbers. These are real numbers, guys. I'm serious about that. Now, the death toll itself is not going to be decided by the earthquake. Why? What is going to make an influence on this earthquake? Building codes. Strict enforcement of seismic building codes drastically reduces the structural failures. Guess what? In just a minute, I'm going to show you exactly what's going on. here on the Pneumatic Fault. Approximately 70% of all the buildings on the Pneumatic Fault had not had any building codes enforced. Many of the buildings have not been even close to being reinforced. Some of the buildings were built back in the 1800s. They've not been seismically reinforced at all. Second, in places like California and other places around the United States, we have early warning systems from the quake, giving some people just mere seconds take cover from the quake. Mere seconds, 3 to 4 seconds max. In some cases, that might save some lives. Providing seconds of advance notice can allow critical actions. Duck, cover, and hold on. Going underneath a table or a big solid desk and holding onto the legs, keeping your body and head shielded underneath the desk or table will keep you alive. Could keep you alive. But that's not all. That's not all, guys. Emergency planning is also a factor here. Coordinated government and government response, meaning police, fire, and medical, can save lives in and after the quake happens. During the quake and after the quake happens. Emergency planning, okay? Emergency management in the cities and states and coordinated government response of the first responders can help save lives during and after the earthquake happens. Public education is also a factor. Awareness of safety protocols reduces panic and injuries as well. Okay? Awareness of safety protocols, increased awareness of safety protocols reduces panic and injuries. All these factors here go into whether people are going to survive the earthquake. Fact. Now, it's not just the shaking. It's not just going to be the shaking. It's what the shake hits. It's what the earthquake shake hits. Buildings, highways, farms, whatever it hits, there's going to be some casualties. Buildings going down, people being injured, and people being unalived. A fact. It's a fact. Then there's something else. It's called liquefaction. Liquefaction, when shaking happens, the solid ground behaves like liquid. The solid ground behaves like liquid. Let me take this down briefly. When we have shaking, guys, the groundwater seeps into the above level of ground, seeps back up into the soil above it. That means the soil above it is going to turn into a substance like quicksand. Okay? The groundwater is going to seep upwards into the ground above it, and that ground is going to turn into quicksand. It's called liquefaction. Let's talk about liquefaction now. Okay? State one, stable solid soil before the shaking hits. Stable contact between grains of sand and rock and dirt before the shaking happens. After the shaking happens, what happens? That stable contact between the grits of sand, the rock, the dirt, water seeps into it. Groundwater seeps into it. Then it turns into quicksand. Anything on top of the ground whether it be telephone poles, power poles, light poles, cell phone towers, buildings, homes, cars, bicycles, pavement, concrete, and humans. Humans standing on the soil will be sinking down into this quicksand, sinking down into liquefaction. Loss of grain to grain contact with soil, called quicksand, liquefaction. Okay? That's what happens. The soil transforms into a liquid like slurry. Transform into liquid like slurry here, called liquefaction. Then look at that bottom slide here. I'm going to show you an even better slide in just a minute. Guys, that is called soil eruption. Soil eruption. Soil eruption. Sand blows. Sand blows, guys. When pressure develops inside the crust, it blows out that slurry, that groundwater, blows out the sand with it. It's going to be a sand soil explosion here. Okay? It's going to happen. It happened back then, it's going to happen again. It's going to happen again. But not just that. What also happens when those earthquakes are going to hit? What happens, guys? We talked about 750,000 buildings, 715,000 buildings being damaged or destroyed. When that happens, we have oil and gas pipes running through the ground, don't we? We have natural gas pipes going over to major office buildings, going over our homes. When that earthquake hits, there's going to be fires. And it's going to make the earthquake is going to make the ground shake. The shaking is going to separate the gas mains. There's going to be fire. At the same time, the ground shaking is also going to make the water mains explode as well. So there's not going to be any pressure to the water hydrants here either. So the fire department is going to be crap out of luck, not being able to fight the fire with water except in their tankers inside the fire trucks. That's all the water that they're going to have. You're not going to have any water at your homes either to fight any kind of fires. The only fires are going to be fought from the air, from either airplanes or even helicopter tankers dumping water on fires. Buildings are going to be totally destroyed by either the shaking or the fires. Going to happen. Guaranteed. Okay, I've talked about this before. I finally found slides to show you the realistic side, what's going to happen. Okay, now, the danger is not just confined to one city. It's not just going to be confined to Little Rock, Arkansas, Little River, Arkansas, Jonesboro, Arkansas, Marktree, Arkansas, Morrison, Missouri, New Madrid, Missouri, Portersville, Missouri, over into St. Louis, into Evansville, Indiana, Tabor, Illinois, Nashville, most cities along the western side of Kentucky, Arkansas, Mississippi, and Alabama as well. Iowa's also going to be affected, guys. Iowa's also going to be affected. Oklahoma's going to be affected. Kansas is going to be affected. Nebraska, South Dakota, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Ohio, West Virginia, Pennsylvania. Yes, I think also up here into Western North Carolina and South Carolina as well. The danger is not confined to just one city. The danger is not going to be confined to just one city. However, what happens when this earthquake hits? What happens when this earthquake hits? Let's go down to these highways again. Let's talk about these highways. These highways carry interstate travel. Semi-trucks and trailers carry a lot of product from the East Coast, the central breadbasket of the United States down to the West Coast, up into the northern tier states, also down in Texas, Florida. When this earthquake hits, what's going to happen? The interstate transportation of goods is going to come to a screeching halt. All this stuff is going to come to a screeching halt. Even Canada is going to be affected. A lot of our transportation resources from the U.S. also go up into Canada and down into Mexico. The entire North American continent is going to be affected and possibly even over into Europe. Because goods and services from here in the breadbasket of the United States is going to come to a screeching halt. Our exports are going to come to a screeching halt, guys. Fact. Fact. I'm not kidding you. I am not kidding at all. Again, I go back to this first slide here. If you live in one of these 8 states, you're definitely going to be affected by the earthquake shaking itself. But the shaking itself is going to be going far and beyond that. What happens to our trains? What happens to our trains, guys? Do you think our trains are going to be also affected? Yes, they are. They absolutely are. Train traffic from the East Coast, the northern part of the Pneumatic Fault, the north central part, the south central part of the Pneumatic Fault, train traffic from the West Coast to East Coast will come to a screeching halt as well. Everything's going to stop. Everything's going to stop, guys. Fact. Fact. Everything's going to come to a screeching halt. Now, guys, I don't want to end this on a bad secondary note. Everybody's going to learn a lesson here. Everybody has to learn a lesson here. Our lesson right now today is to get prepared. We have 74 people watching our program today, right now. I am telling all of you, get prepared and do it now. The sooner you get prepared, the sooner you start preparing your family with goods and services, making sure you have an emergency preparedness kit, making sure you are writing an emergency preparedness plan, planning for these disasters and emergencies when they happen. It's not just going to be an earthquake, guys. It's not just going to be one earthquake. It's going to be multiple earthquakes. The last time this earthquake hit, December 8, 1811, for 4 months from December to March 1812, they had earthquakes ranging in size from 7.1 to 8.4 in magnitude. 7.1 to 8.4 in magnitude. Fact. Not just one earthquake, but many. Yes, they had foreshocks. They had many, many foreshocks. As I have been trying to tell you for months now, months, even years, we are already having earthquakes on the New Madrid Fault. I have shown them to you before. I have shown you these earthquakes before. These earthquakes are still happening. If you don't think they're happening, let me show you something, guys. Let me show you something. You need to see this. You need to see this. Look at this. This was last week on Wednesday. This was last week on Wednesday. This is Marktree, Arkansas. Marktree, Arkansas has some of the most drastically crazy earthquakes in Arkansas. North Central Arkansas. Not even Central Arkansas, Northeastern Arkansas. They have 3.0, 3.5, and sometimes even 4.0 earthquakes here in Marktree, Arkansas. But Marktree, Arkansas is not the only location where we have earthquakes like this. Truman, Arkansas as well right here. Truman, Arkansas has earthquakes like this. These are 3.0. These largest earthquakes here are 3.0 small earthquakes. But not to be outdone. Decatur, Illinois, guys. Decatur, Illinois last week. This is serious, guys. This is very serious. As I said, the New Madrid Fault reaches up here into Illinois. Yes, they have had minor earthquakes 2.0 to 2.9, but as you can see, Decatur, Illinois has also had 3.0, even upwards of 3.5 small earthquakes in Decatur, Illinois already. That means these earthquakes are going to get even larger. Means these earthquakes are going to get even larger. That's Illinois and Arkansas. How about Kentucky? Here's Hickman, Kentucky. Look at this. Yes, we have some minor tremors. We have tons of minor tremors here. We have minor earthquakes, 2.0, 2.8 here. We also have our share of 3.0, 3.5 earthquakes here in Hickman, Kentucky. I'm not kidding, guys. The number of earthquakes are increasing, and the strength of these earthquakes are also increasing here. I'm not joking. I'm not joking at all. Okay? Let's look over here at Portageville, Missouri. Look at this. On the New Madrid Fault here in Portageville, Missouri. Yes, we are seeing our share of 3.0 earthquakes, but look closely here. Look very closely. See this earthquake in green? See this earthquake in green? This earthquake happened about 8:45 in the morning. I'm sorry, 8:55 in the morning. The top and the bottom of this signature was cut off. The top and bottom of this seismic signature was cut off, meaning this earthquake was larger than they're showing it to be. They're showing at least a 3.2 earthquake here, maybe 3.3. Guys, let me tell you this. This earthquake was closer to a 4.0 moderate earthquake. This earthquake here at 8:55 in the morning, one Wednesday ago, was closer to a 4.0 moderate earthquake. As I said, the number of earthquakes are increasing. The strength of the earthquakes are also increasing. Look at the rest of this seismogram here during the morning. This seismogram is talking from 12 midnight on the top left-hand side all the way down here to 11:59 a.m. here that same day. 12 hours of earthquakes here. 12 hours of earthquakes. Almost 4.0 earthquakes all the way down to tremors. All the way down to tremors. And the numbers of large earthquakes are increasing in magnitude. The size and numbers of earthquakes are increasing here. This is Missouri, guys. I've shown you Arkansas. I've shown you Missouri. I've shown you Illinois as well. Let's go south into Louisiana. Let's show you what is going on in Louisiana. The Ritter, Louisiana here. The southern part of the New Madrid Fault here. Again, this was last week in the morning. Last week in the morning. Before 9 a.m. in the morning, we had tremor activity here. Nothing but tremors. Absolutely nothing but tremors. However, after 9:15, those tremors began to be minor earthquakes. Minor earthquakes. 2.0 to 2.8, 2.9 earthquakes. And then, guys, at approximately 8:29 last Wednesday morning, we had a 3.3 earthquake here in DeRidder, Louisiana. In DeRidder, Louisiana, 3.3 earthquake here. This is not a joke. I'm not joking. This is what's happening right now on the New Madrid Fault. Every day. Every day. I've been reporting on the New Madrid Fault about 3 years now. Prior to that was hit and miss because all we were having were tremors. All we were having prior to that were tremors. Now we have just not minor earthquakes. We have full-blown 3.0 to 4.0, maybe stronger earthquakes than that. After 10 a.m. that day, after 10 a.m., 2.9, 3.0 earthquakes happen again. Again, guys. This seismic energy here after 10 a.m. that Wednesday lasted a minute and 20 seconds. A minute and 20 seconds worth of shaking. That means those people who were living here in DeRidder, Louisiana, felt the ground move, felt their floors shaking for almost a minute and a half. They may have felt or saw their bed, their chairs, their furniture moving across the floor. That's what happens when we have a small earthquake. Ground movement causes things to move. Causes things to move, guys. This is realistic. From the northern part of the fault all the way down to the south part of the fault. This is real, guys. I'm not joking at all. I'm not joking at all. Now, guys, you can choose to decide not to do anything about it. You can do that. But what I'm showing you is real. It's very real. Seismograms are the computer readout from the seismograph itself, from the machine that records earthquakes. These are called seismograms. Okay? What can you do? What should you be doing? Get ready for a large earthquake. That's what you could be doing. Again, you need to prepare. You need to have an emergency preparedness kit, including food, lots of water, clothing, medicine, a first aid kit of some kind to survive what's going to happen, to get you through the emergency or disaster, to come out the other side, of the emergency. This is going to happen. This is going to happen, guys. We see these earthquakes all over the place. Sleeping Volcanoes here in the chat. She just told us about a 4.8 moderate earthquake in New Zealand. 4.8 moderate earthquake in New Zealand, nearly a 5.0 large earthquake. Serious, guys. These earthquakes are just happening in the South Pacific. They're also happening here in the United States on the Nomad Fault. I've explained why they're happening. I've told you and shown you how they happened before and how they're going to happen again. How they're happening right now. As Guitar Plays says, yes, don't be scared, be prepared. I totally agree with that. Don't be scared, be prepared. I talked about this all the time, especially in Fridays. On this channel on Fridays, we talk about preparedness all the time. If you go back to our previous programs, during the past 4 years on this channel, we've been on the air 7 years. Prior to that, they took our other channel down. I got back on the air after that. We've been on the air another 4 years. Guys, I'm here for you. Please subscribe to our channel. When you subscribe, there's a little bell icon you can also hit. Subscribe to our channel and hit that little bell icon. Clicking on that, you'll see a drop-down menu of 3 items come up. Click on the word ALL, all. That should get you notified when we come on the channel. We come on the air between 4 and 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. On weekends, we try to take the day off unless something major happens. Then we'll be back on the air as soon as the information becomes available. On Sundays, we do a Sunday school class at approximately 12:30, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Sometimes a little bit later, depending on me and what I've had going that day. Okay? We have a Sunday school class again. We'd like you to join us for that Sunday school class on Sunday mornings on this channel as well. But needless to say, if something happens, either Saturday or Sunday or during the week, we'll be on there to tell you about it as soon as the information becomes available. Also, guys, something else you can do. Give us super chats on this channel. We'd love to have it. We survive on this channel because of super chats. Also, if you see the information scrolling across the bottom of your screen, our PayPal addresses are also scrolling across the bottom of your screen. You could donate to our PayPal. We'd appreciate it. Our costs keep going up to have bandwidth to broadcast this channel, to pay for other charges I incur to broadcast this information as well. We'd appreciate your help paying for that. Again, you can go to our PayPal and go to there and send us donations as well. Our email address, send us comments, send us questions that you might have about our channel, what we're broadcasting, send us ideas, what you might have, what you'd like to see on this channel. We'd love to see that as well. You see our address here, our post office box, 504 Bethel Road, box 401. Morganton, North Carolina, Morganton, North Carolina. Zip code here is 28655. We've gotten letters, we've gotten cards before. We don't get them very often, but we still get them occasionally. We'd love to see your cards and letters telling us how you're doing, what you're doing to prepare for emergencies and disasters. And also, inside your cards and letters, you can put a check or even cash and mail that to us. We get that occasionally. We used to get that also many times. We don't get it very often. We'd love to see it again. So please send us donations to our PayPal, also to our mailing address here. We'd love to have those donations to keep this program on the air. Please, guys, we need your help. We absolutely need your help. Now, Sweet Polly Pure Bridge just sent us a $12 super chat. Polly, thank you for that. I'm giving you an EMA sticker in your super chat. I'm also giving you a thumbs up for that as well. Sweet Polly, purebred, we love and appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for that. Guys, that's how it's done. That's how it's done. Now, guys, we also want to put the word out here. Okay? There are people in need that monitor our channel. People that are in need that monitor our channel. They need our prayers. They need our prayers and good thoughts. One of them is one of my dear friends, Sleeping Volcano, that's here in the chat. She's one of our moderators here. We love her very much. She's having some real health problems. She needs our prayers. Don Potoka, one of my other friends, very close friend of mine. I've known him for a lot of years. He's also moderator on this channel. He doesn't get in here very often. He needs our prayers as well. Rich Quake, you see here in our chat, he's a moderator on this channel. He also needs our prayers. He's going through some health problems of his own. I need your prayers. I have some increasing health problems as well. We need your help and prayers as well. Thank you for that. Also, somebody else I hold near and dear to my heart, Rebecca. They call her Rebecca Explorer. She also has a channel here on YouTube. Rich Quake and also Rebecca have channels here on YouTube. Go to their channels and show them some love as well. Pray for them, guys. Pray for them. Heidi Petrick just gave us a $10 super chat as well. Thank you, Heidi. God bless you, dear sister. Heidi, I've known for a very long time. Love and appreciate her as well. Love you, Heidi. Thank you so much for that super chat. She's sent us super chats before. She's also given us PayPal donations as well. We appreciate all the donations you can send us. We appreciate your support. We appreciate your prayers as well. One more thing. One more thing, guys. Okay? I'd appreciate it very much. Hang in here with me. This is important. Okay? At the end of our programs, I share you a spiritual thought. Someone just sent us a $20 super chat. I didn't see your name here, but I want to thank you for this $20 super chat. Giving you a thumbs up for that. I'm also going to give you an EMA sticker on your super chat. Thank you for that. At the end of our programs, I share a spiritual thought with you. I don't like just to talk about doom and gloom. I try to be bringing you something positive to our channel. This comes from 2 Corinthians chapter 15, verses 1 through 2. The Spirit of God came upon Azariah, the son of Oded, and he went out to meet Asa and said unto him, Hear ye me, Asa, and all Judah and Benjamin. The Lord is with you. Will ye be with him? If ye seek him, he will be found of you. But if ye forsake him, he will forsake you. Guys, the Lord is serious. The Lord wants to hear from us. He wants us to be with him. Pray to the Lord, he will bless you. Pray to the Lord, he will bless you. Pray that you feel his Spirit with you. Pray to him and feel his Spirit with you. Ask him for blessings. Ask the Lord to have his Spirit to be with you, to guide and direct you, to give you personal revelation for your life and your family's life. The Lord will bless you. But if you forsake him, you wander away from him, he won't be with you to protect you either. But please pray for him. Please pray to the Lord for blessings from him, for your families, your friends, your neighbors, those people who stand in need. Pray. I promise you, in the name of Jesus Christ, that the Lord will bless you. Renee Bergstrom, thanks for being here. Says you guys are awesome. Renee, I love everybody from Scandinavia. You have a Scandinavian name, Bergstrom, or what we call in Sweden, Bergström. My family comes from Sweden. My grandfather's name was Tyler from Scotland. My grandmother came from Örebro, Sweden, which is just southwest of Stockholm. I love my Swedish relatives. I love my Swedish friends and everybody else. May God bless you guys. May God bless and be with you this day and always. We love you. We ask the Lord's blessing to be with you. Guys, if anyone else needs blessings, please send me a text message or even a email message and let us know if you want us to give your name out at the end of our program to ask for prayers for you as well and your family. We'd appreciate that, guys. We love you. We love you very much. Now, guys, this comes to the very end of our program. Please, again, go to our PayPal and send us donation to our PayPal to keep this program in the air. Our address is going across on your screen. You know what to do is there as well. Also, after this program is over, YouTube has a place for comments. Go there and leave us a comment. Also, leave us a thumbs up before you leave this program today. We'd appreciate it very much. Please do that. Please do that, guys. I appreciate you all being here. The number of people who watch our program is monitored by YouTube. The length of time you are on this program, YouTube is also monitoring. We appreciate you being here, guys. If you're only here for a few minutes, YouTube's not going to even recognize you. You're not going to get anything out of our program. I gave our program today for a reason, to try to save people's lives. To try to save people's lives. As we close tonight, I ask for God's blessings to be upon your heads and the heads of your family as well. May God be with you this day and always. May God be with you until we meet again. We'll be back on the air tomorrow sometime after 4 p.m., between 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. tomorrow evening with another episode of Emergency Management Associates. Take care, everybody. God bless you. God be with you till we meet again. We'll see you on the other side. Take care, everybody. See you soon. Good night.
Here at Emergency Management Associates, we're dedicated and true.
Thank you, Trish.
Bringing you the essential knowledge, helping you see things through. From disaster preparedness to navigating recovery's embrace, we're here to guide you in every unpredictable time and place. We break down the complex, make it easy to grasp and absorb, sharing strategies for safety, the vital lessons you can't afford to hoard. So thank you for watching, and thank you so much for your sub. You're a key part of our growing family, a member of our knowledge club. With every like, every share, and every comment you send our way, our critical message spreads further, helping more people every single day. Together we're stronger and more prepared. That's the truth we all abide. You help us build resilience with nowhere for uncertainty to hide. Your engagement truly inspires us. Your feedback acts as a guiding light, helping us continually grow and making our channel's future bright. We're always learning, always striving to be better. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good night. Take care.